the Hyundai Kona. Now, if you're from Portugal, I am not saying what you think I'm saying. You can look that one up for yourself, okay? So, this is the Hyundai Kona, and welcome to it. I have an early drive in this one, and normally I start the week really kind of hating a car. That's my inbuilt instinct. Is just go, I hate this car, and then let it make up the ground from there. Let it become the car that changes my mind over the period of the week, and that's really what's in my head the whole time. And a lot of cars do this. So I get in the car and I go, I hate this setup, and then after a while I get used to it and I really like it, and it gets really easy to use, and the car becomes simple to use. And that's usually the way it is. And Hyundai has been no exception. The big difference is I actually started out the week looking at the exterior of this car going, that's actually really rather cool. Look at that car. It's something totally left field. I mean, it's an oddball car to look at anyway. The more oddball a car is, the more I'm interested in it, because it'll look like something different on the road. By the way, the pedants out there, in this country, when you're driving straight through a roundabout, you don't use an indicator. You just go straight through as if you're driving straight on. You only use an indicator when you're going all the way around. You indicate right, and then you indicate left to exit, or you indicate left on the first exit. That's pretty much it. The exterior styling on this, it's very subjective. It's also kind of controversial, and I find it really busy to look at. So when you look at the headlights, when they're all on, there seems to be a lot of lightage on the front of the car, versus the amount of light emanating from the car actually. This model of the car is the automatic kind of top spec one. It's very top spec now. I have front heated seats here, touchscreen. These are all fairly standard items on a top spec one, but you're in this country, you're talking about 30 grand. It's 29 something or other for this car, right? And it comes with a 1.6 litre 175 brake horsepower engine. Petrol, turbocharged. And yet, it doesn't seem to go very fast. Seating position is very SUV. You are sort of elevated. You're looking down on the bonnet of the car, which is a lovely place to be. And this is an all-wheel drive version as well, which means it's actually an SUV, not just a B SUV. You can actually take this thing a little bit off-road. It has a bit of ground clearance as well. It's just, there's so much in this segment now. Everything has a car coming in here. And actually, the sister company to this is, of course, the Kia Stonic, which is the other version. And I quite like the Stonic, because Kia hasn't gone down the route of giving, this kind of top spec one. But I do like just driving around in this. But I do find the 7-speed automatic box is actually quite easy to catch out. Now, I don't mean that it hunts for a gear. It doesn't. It's always trying to get to 7th gear all the time throughout acceleration. And it's very smooth. It's very hard to detect the gear changes, no matter what situation you put it in. But sometimes, just sometimes, when you're trundling through a roundabout and you touch the brakes and it's flicking down into 2nd gear, and you push the accelerator a little bit, it flicks into 1st, and then it revs over rev, and then it just every once in a while, it's some sort of economy system that's been set up inside it to do what it's doing. But let's try a little bit of 0 to 60 or something, right? Or 0 to 100. Let me get rid of all these cars here. All these boys pass. Oh, there's a stop-start is cut in there as well. Go. Okay, so we just get rolling here, and then I'll show you what I mean by gearbox. 175 horses. And then it holds the gear a little bit longer. It's not in sport mode or anything. There is a sport mode. It's in comfort mode at the moment. There is an economy mode as well. I quite like the progress it makes. Unfortunately, this is the unfortunate side, my average fuel economy since I got the car has been 10.2 litres per 100 kilometres. That's not good for any car, let alone just a petrol one. Like if I'm getting over 7 or 8 litres per 100 kilometres, I get a bit worried. But 10.2, 10.3 for every single journey I've done, I've recorded it. Right now it's at 11.2, but obviously I just started this journey and I've after revving it a bit hard there along the way. I do have auto lights, auto wipers, the usual sort of suspects involved. There is cruise control in this, not active cruise control, just cruise control. I'm sure active cruise control is some sort of an option you can put in. I have single zone climate control, which is just 25 degrees. I said it's a bit warm actually. I set it to 22 degrees a second ago, but it's single zone. And I do have Apple CarPlay is installed, as is Android Auto, MirrorLink, the usual sort of suspects are involved here as well. I have to make a mention of a couple of things. One is the rear seat legroom is pretty tight. And rear seat for the middle passenger, you aren't going to get. If you're going to be a middle passenger in the back of this, you're not going to get a comfortable ride at all. It's got a bulgy bit in the middle where the armrest is, and you're going to be just in the attic, so your head will hop off the roof the whole time. It's not meant as a 5-seat passenger car, but you can still do things with that. That middle seat can still be sorted out. Now, of course, the $64 million question. Does it have a shopping bag hook? Well, it does. But that's not the question. Of course, that's not the question. That'd be silly. Should you buy it? Okay. Here's the hassle at the moment. One, every car company is going to launch something in this segment over the coming months, if they haven't already launched something in this segment over the last few days. The Kia Stonic's already there. Nissan's bringing out some stuff in that segment as well. Citroen have already launched their Aircross into it. They're all at it. They're all trundling out that sort of car. Should you wait then for the next 6 months, see what else comes out? I would, yes. Doesn't mean I'd ignore the Kona, because the Kona is setting a benchmark within this segment right now. That benchmark is a little bit off kilter for Hyundai in that the road noise, which I suspect is the kind of off-roady tyres that are on this, sort of a winter tyre look to them. But the road noise is a little bit high in here. The price is a little bit high as well, but you do get a lot of kit in this car. And this one, of course, is the 1.6 litre, gigantically horsepowered car. 175 horsepower is just too much, and yet it doesn't seem to make a lot of progress. Put your foot down, it's like, come on, come on! There we go, we're getting up to speed now. So it's a weird mix of cars. I really like it. I like that it's like a big shopping trolley. You trundle about in it, you get where you want to go in it, and I really appreciate all of that. But it lacks something soulful. And then those looks are very controversial. And the more I look at it, the less I like them. Where I started off the week going, yeah, you know what, that's pretty good. And Asian companies tend to do those extreme straight lines, those kind of whooshing, whooshing. I don't know, it comes from samurais or something from way back when. They just seem fascinated by more lines, whereas the French put on more chrome. The Germans take off all the lines and make them all very subtle and just put the odd kind of straight cut to it. And that's how they all operate. The Americans get confused and put everything on a car. Everything. Some straight lines, some curvy bits, some round parts. Put everything into a car. And it's good to see Hyundai continuing to expand the choices in the market, which is always welcome. Choice is a good thing, guys. But I would take it under advisement as to whether I would invest in Ireland, 30-odd thousand euro in this car, but the prices there does start a lot less than that. Look up Hyundai.ie. You'll see the price list there. It's pretty straightforward. But this one that I'm driving is around 30 grand. Hopefully you enjoyed this review. If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button down below, and maybe you could sneak a quick look at the Patreon link as well. But until the next time, see you on the far side.